Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Volkswagen Passat Estate, and it's the 2-litre sport version. This particular car is registered. It's on a private plate currently, which is TW0910. That plate does not come with the sale of the vehicle, I'll make that absolutely clear, and I hope this may well be repeated in the walk around video, so I apologise if I am. The plate is currently undergoing retention at DVLA, which can take a little while. It can be sold, but as I said, it means that the plate does not come with the car, and it will be going on to, if all is well, RF12HCC. So it's RF12HCC. But it's all in order at the moment anyway. Mileage at the start of this road test is 117,165 miles. This car just come into us as a part exchange. We sell Honda cars, that's our business, and they've bought a CRV from us. This car's been very well looked after. Very, very nice service history on the vehicle. Just to point out, obviously we do these videos on all our cars, which is obviously is predominantly Honda. The reason we do them is we know to our costs just how frustrating it can be when you see a car online advertised in photographs, only to get there to hopefully buy it, to find out it's got a fundamental issue which you should have been told about, which either would have meant you didn't make the trip, or if you did, then you knew that information beforehand. So that's why we do it. It's also done on these very quiet country roads very close to our premises, and this forms part of the test drive route any prospective buyer would go on if offered a test drive in the car. Car itself, engine starts absolutely instantly and settles to completely even, smooth idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the vehicle. It's a really nice turbo diesel engine, always has been. It's very smooth and quiet in operation, pulls like an absolute train. Just brush the throttle and things pick it up and going, and it stays mechanically sweet through the rev range of the car, unlike so many others. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the vehicle absolutely spot on, bite points exactly where it's meant to be, and it's smooth and positive in actuation. Gearbox, 6-speed gearbox. Volkswagen, like Honda, do pride themselves in giving you a really good sort of tactile feel of these things, what they call the primary controls, the steering, the pedals and the gear lever here, and they've done a lovely job with it. It's a really, really nice gearbox, very slick, smooth in operation, short in travel, but very positive and very well sort of sprung between the gating there. I can feel absolutely no wear in it either, by the way. It feels absolutely as tight as a drum, again, which is fairly typical of the breed. Steering on the car is fantastic on these Passats. It's a lovely power steering setup, not only in the kind of the weighting and the precision that it gives you, but also the way it makes it feel so settled and tracks so faithfully on the road. It's just a wonderfully fluid system that rewards drivers but makes you feel very confident with the vehicle. It also tracks absolutely dead straight. There is no vibrations at all at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit, so it all feels good in that sense. Suspension on the car, really nicely done. What I'm looking for on these road tests, I'm just getting to the bump now, which is always a good test for them. That one there. Just listening out for any kind of mechanical noises underneath that shouldn't actually be there, and there's nothing at all. You hear it hitting the bump, but there's no kind of nasty rattling or knocking noises coming from the suspension at all. But it's a really lovely suspension setup. It gives you a very comfortable, compliant ride, but one which is beautifully damped and really, really good body control through the corner. It's a car that you could do a lot of miles in very, very comfortably indeed. Brakes on the car, just make sure no one's behind me, but they are really good. I know he had fairly recently fitted, or the couple have recently fitted a brand new set of rear discs and pads, and the fronts look good as well, so braking system all in very fine order indeed. Looking around inside the car, very typical of, it's a really nice interior, very nicely done, very nice materials used by the manufacturer. and they've always done a good job in this sense. There's sort of no denying it, even as a Honda fan. And again, really nicely put together. There's no sort of great creaks or rattles from the interior. It feels really well bolted and sort of screwed together. But just a really nice place to sit. Obviously you can see sat-nav working exactly as it should. Air conditioning pumps out lovely cold air. All the dials really legible, nicely laid out as well, very sort of in a very nice classy way. And the steering wheel feels great in hand as well, with the bolsters at the 10-2 position. All feels really, really nice and solid in here. So, if you know the cars, you'll know exactly what I mean. As I said at the start of the video, as brief as it might be, it is literally just to show the car in operation and give you an idea of how it drives, and it drives absolutely perfectly, as I knew it did. The couple that had it were, fastidious in the way they kind of looked after things and presented the car. So it comes as absolutely no surprise. As always, though, if there's any questions about the vehicle, then don't hesitate. Do give us a call.